Welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning. Today, back on the topic of the NFL, talking Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay Packers. For most of you guys out there, probably like myself, wondering what is going to be coming for the Packers this season as far as quarterback position. And the answer is really we don't know yet. Today NFL came out with a new statement from Packers CEO about the situation. So that's what I'm going to be reacting to today. That's what the video is going to be about. Before we get into this, question of the day, and it really is kind of a shot in the dark of what do you guys think the Packers quarterback situation is going to look like in the upcoming season. Do they go with Jordan Love, or do they find a way to get Aaron Rodgers back in Green Bay? That's the question. Comment below, and you'll find out what I think about that throughout the video. But let's get right into it. Again, the statement that I just read about that was released today was from Packers president Mark Murphy. He says there's nothing new to update regarding Rodgers. So really, at the moment, nothing set in stone, as there has been for the last few weeks. We've seen Aaron Rodgers playing golf with Tom Brady, really living his life. He was hosting Jeopardy a couple months ago. The dude's unfazed, seemingly, that the Packers and him are not on good terms. He seems that he could, at least his front is pretty good, that he could walk away from the game right now, or walk away from Green Bay at least, and be okay with that. So that's what we see from Aaron Rodgers right now. Is he seems on? It seems like there's obviously a stalemate between the Packers and Aaron Rodgers, and no one seems to be giving in. Another part of the interview today was with actually Alex Smith, former Chiefs and former Chiefs, Washington football team, and 49ers quarterback. In an interview with him, he kind of avoided getting into the topic about Rodgers too deeply, but he says he feels bad for Rodgers and hopes he's able to work it out in Green Bay. He's been there 16 years, Rodgers has, and I think so does Alex Smith, is what he said, that Rodgers deserves better. So as a little bit of a background of why Rodgers is so upset with the Packers, there's a lot of reasons. A lot of it is about how they've handled the last, or not really the last couple, but really the drafts throughout Rodgers' career. Struggled putting anybody on the defensive side of the ball to help Rodgers out. They've always struggled with drafting. Their current GM, Brian Gutenhurst, says that, sorry, I think I pronounced that wrong, but he is the one that was responsible for drafting Jordan Love. Rodgers is not a fan of the way he drafts, and basically it's been said that if Rodgers is going to come back, that GM's got to be out the door. So that's what Rodgers has said. Of course, the Packers drafted Jordan Love in the 2020 NFL Draft first as their first-round pick. Did not tell Rodgers this was going to happen, so it was a complete surprise to him. So really, it's been the lack of defensive help for Rodgers throughout the draft. Drafting Jordan Love, I guess part of it might be the way their season ended last year in Green Bay, of course, at home against the Bucs in the NFC Championship. The questionable call at the end of the game to go for it on fourth. To kick the field goal, which then was not going for it on fourth. So that was a mix-up. But the disagreement there with the call might be part of it. But mainly it's been the way the Packers have handled the last few drafts. So that is why Rodgers is upset with them. So that's a little bit of a background. But what do I think about the situation? First and foremost, I really hope Rodgers comes back to Green Bay. I think that makes the NFC a lot more interesting. Now, not to say that it's not interesting at the time. Right now, say Jordan Love starts for the Packers and they're not very good. So the two powerhouses in the NFC still remain, I think, as the Rams and the Buccaneers. So that's two teams that will be a great matchup late in the playoffs, maybe an NFC Championship per se. So it's not like if the Packers don't play Aaron Rodgers again, that the Bucs are going to easily walk through the NFC. I don't think that's true at all. 49ers might be good. Who knows? Somebody out of the NFC East, maybe Washington. That's a good possibility. Maybe, I don't know, somebody else out of the NFC North. Maybe Chicago with Justin Fields. Maybe Minnesota. There's a lot of other teams that could be good out of the NFC, but for me right now, it's going to be Green Bay. If Rodgers comes back, they'll be a threat, and then even above that, the Rams and the Bucs. So I want Rodgers back in Green Bay, one, because I want football to be interesting as possible, and I think him coming back to play for the Packers will make the NFC race very competitive, or at least more competitive than it would be without him. Because like I've said in previous videos about the Packers, they have a pretty solid team. They had several Pro Bowlers last year on both sides of the ball. They re-signed Aaron Jones this year. They have A.J. Dillon. They have a good backfield, pretty good backfield. Not great in my opinion. If you listen to Colin Cowherd, he thinks very highly of Aaron Jones. I might not agree with him, but Aaron Jones is a good back. They have a pretty good O-line. Their defense, believe it or not, has had a couple Pro Bowlers there on the front, and then with Jair Alexander, that's one of the best cornerbacks in the league. So I think that the Packers can certainly be a threat if Rodgers makes a return. If not, who knows? Who knows how Jordan Love's going to be? I would say at the moment, I would not believe in the Packers if Rodgers doesn't return, but that's me not having any idea of what Jordan Love is going to be like. So that's my first take, is I hope Rodgers comes back for the sake of competitiveness in the NFC. Another reaction, another feeling that I have about this is I wish the Packers would give in. I mean, we're a couple weeks from training camp. I wish they would do something to get Rodgers back. Like I said, if it's firing their general manager, which is what Rodgers wants, because he had a role in drafting Jordan Love and messing up drafts in the past. So if it was getting him out the door to want Rodgers back, sure, go for it. If it's, I mean, I don't really know what the Packers could do to get Rodgers back, even if it's I don't know, tell them that tell them they're sorry that they want him back. I don't know what the Packers could do, but I would love to see them do something to try to get Rodgers back, because obviously he's a franchise quarterback. Like I said, 16 years in Green Bay. I think he deserves it 100%. He is the quarterback that gives him the best chance of doing anything. Like I said, I think Minnesota is going to have a good team this year. I think Chicago with the newly drafted Justin Fields will be better than they were last year. I think that another thing about Chicago told Andy Dalton, somebody who had never played a snap for them ever, that if they get the chance for Fields, they're going to draft him. So they had the courtesy to tell a quarterback that they had never played in a game that, hey, if we can get a quarterback, we're going to do it. Decent respect, in my opinion. Meanwhile, you get Aaron Rodgers, a Hall of Fame guy. Packers did not tell him they're going to draft Jordan Love. So another reason why he's upset, a reiteration of what I've already said. But back to my point, Chicago could be good. Minnesota could be good. Detroit, not going to be good. But that's two other teams in the NFC North that can compete with the Packers potentially for the division, with or without Rodgers. But I think if they don't have Rodgers, I mean, Rodgers was one. It was Brett Favre with Rodgers as the backup. Rodgers got his chance and was actually good. So maybe this is the exact same situation. I'm doubting Jordan Love right now, but he could be just as good as Rodgers, if not better, just like Rodgers was to Brett Favre. So not saying the Packers are screwed if Jordan Love plays for them, but I think that they're making the wrong move if that's what they want to move forward with for the future, is a guy that is, well, never started before, versus Aaron Rodgers, who, yes, is upper 30s, getting near the end of his career, but has shown that he's still got prime football. He moves well. He throws the ball well. Still got good years left in his career. That I wish the Packers would do something, whatever it is that Aaron Rodgers wants, fire the GM, tell him he's sorry, tell him they need him, tell him they miss him, whatever it has to be to get Aaron Rodgers back. I wish I see the Packers make an attempt to do so, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime quarterback, potentially, in Aaron Rodgers. Yes, a guy that has gotten a lot of hate, and not a lot of hate, but has gotten some discredit for falling short last year and falling short in other home NFC championships and just struggling in the NFC championship games in general. But there's no doubt the guy can play football as good as really anyone in the league right now, and I think that the Packers should be doing more to help him back, or to make him want to come back. So that's my main takeaway. My reactions really are: I hope Aaron Rodgers comes back for the competitiveness of the NFC, and I wish the Packers would do more to get him back, because, well, he deserves it. So that's my takeaway from the situation. So again, back to the question today: who do I think's gonna be there for the Packers this year? I think at this rate, the Packers aren't going to do what it takes to get Rodgers back. Not sure if he's going to retire, play for another team. But right now it looks like Jordan Love's going to be the starter for the Packers, although that's not what I want. I want Rodgers to come back. Guys, that's all for the video. Thanks for watching 2-Minute Warning.